Up and do it justice. Welcome to Bromborough Folk Club. We've got a lot of singers in the first half, and we've got a fantastic second half coming up. Right, I'll start off this. Bells on a hill, but I never heard them ringing. Oh, I never heard them at all till there was you. There were birds in the sky, but I never heard them winging. I never heard them at all till there was you. And there was music and wonderful roses. They tell me in sweet fragrant meadows of dawn and June. There was love all around, but I never heard it singing. I never heard it at all till there was you. There was music and wonderful roses. They all tell me in sweet fragrant meadow of dawn and there was music and wonderful roses. They tell me in sweet fragrant meadows of dawn and June. There was love all around, but I never heard it singing. I never heard it at all till there was you. Till there was you. Well sung. Oh, Bridget O'Malley, you have left my heart shaking with a hopeless desolation. I'll have you to know it's the wonders of admiration your quiet face has taken, and your beauty will haunt me wherever I go. Moon above the pale stars amongst the palm trees are cold beside my darling, you're purer than she. I gaze upon the cold moon while the stars drowned in the waltz, and the bright eyes of my darling are never on me. My Sunday's weary, my Sunday it is grey. My heart is a cold thing, my heart is a stone. Oh, joy is dead in me, my life has gone away. For another has taken my love for his own. Oh, the day is approaching when we were to be married, and it's rather I would die than live only to grieve. So meet me, my darling, where the sun sets all apart, and I meet you there on the road to Drumsteer. Oh, Bridget O'Malley, you have left my heart shaken with a hopeless desolation. I'll have you to know it's the wonders of admiration your quiet face has still, and your beauty will haunt me wherever I go. Thank you. Woo!
I once had a girl, or should I say, she once had me. She showed me her room, isn't it good, Norwegian wood. She asked me to stay and she told me to sit anywhere. I looked around and I noticed there wasn't a chair. I sat on a rope, biding my time, drinking her wine. We talked until 2, and then she said, it's time for bed. Told me she worked in the morning, started to laugh. Told her I didn't and crawled off to sleep in the bath. And when I awoke, I was alone, this bird had flown. So I lit a fire, isn't it good, Norwegian wood. Thank you.
To say there come the day we'd all be making songs or finding better words. Those ideas never lasted long. And way is up along the road. The air is getting thin. Too many friends of mine swept off this mountain in the wind. Meet on the ledge, we're gonna meet on the ledge. When my time is up, I'm gonna see all my friends. Meet on the ledge, we're gonna meet on the ledge. If you really mean it, it all comes round again. I am, I'm all alone, and that's the only way to be. You have your chance again, then you can do the work for me. Meet on the ledge, you're gonna meet on the ledge. When my time is up, I'm gonna see all my friends. Meet on the ledge, we're gonna meet on the ledge. And if you really mean it, it all comes round again. Meet on the ledge, we're gonna meet on the ledge. When my time is up, I'm gonna see all my friends. Meet on the ledge, we're gonna meet on the ledge. If you really mean it, it all comes round again. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
kitchen and rattle those pots and pans. Oh, get out of that kitchen and rattle those pots and
Come on.
pans. Get out in that kitchen, 'cause I'm a hungry man. Oh, get Jake, rattle and roll. I said shake, rattle and all go well. I said shake, rattle and roll. I said shake, rattle and all roll. Go in that kitchen, 'cause I'm a hungry man. Woo!
Well, a marriage vow, very sacred, the man has put it together now. Come on, Shay, let's stay together. Come on, let's stay together. You know, we made a vow to leave one another never. Yeah, you never miss your water till your well is dry. Come on, my baby, now if our love will try, let's stay together. Let's stay together. Come on, let's stay together. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, thank you.
My old dad.
You know the gypsy with the gold cap toe. She got a place down in St. Paul Vine. Rubbing little bottles of
Potion of the night.
I told her that I was afraid of chicks. I've been this way since 1966. She opened up my palm and she made a magic sign. She said what you need is
Love potion of the night.
She bent down, turned around and gave me a wink. She says I'm gonna fix it up right here in the sink. It tastes like turpentine, it looked like Indian ink. I held my breath, I closed my eyes, I took a drink. I didn't know if it was day or night. I started kissing everything inside. But when I kissed the cop down at 30 Puffin Vine, it broke my little bottle of
Love potion of the night.
mercy. if it was day or night. I started kissing everything inside. But when I kissed the cop down on 34th and Vine, it broke my little bottle of
Love potion number 9.
love potion number 9. Love potion number 9. Love potion number 9.
The night was mighty dark, so you could hardly see, 'cause the moon refused to shine. There's a couple sitting neath a willow tree, for love they pine. Little maid is kind of afraid of darkness, so she said, I think I'll go. The little boy did sigh, looked up to the sky, and told the moon his little tale of woe. Shine on, harvest moon, up in the sky. I ain't had no loving since. It's no time, ain't no time to stay outdoors and spoon. Shine on, harvest moon, for me and my girl. I don't know why the boy should sigh when by his side is the girl that he loves true. All he has to say is, won't you be my bride, for I love you. Now why should I be telling you this secret when I know that you can guess? The harvest moon will smile, smiling all the while, if the little boy's girl should answer yes. I'm getting a bit close there. Shine on, harvest moon, up in the sky. I ain't had no love since January, February, June or July. It's no time, ain't no time to stay outdoors and spoon. Shine on, harvest moon, for me and my girl. Thank you.
Thanks, Keith.
I've lost my pal. He's the best in all the land. And don't you think he's dead, because he ain't. But since he's wed, he's had to knuckle down. It's enough to try the patience of a saint. He's a brewer's drayman with a leg of mutton fist and as strong as a bullock or an horse. But in her hands, he's like a little kid. I wish that I could get him a divorce. It's a great big shame, and if she belonged to me, I'd let her know who's who. A nagging as a fellow, what is 6'3", and they're only 4'2". They hadn't been married not a month or more, when underneath their thumb goes Jim. Isn't it a pity that the likes of her should put upon the likes of him? Of a Sunday morn, with a dozen pals or more, we used to play at pitch and toss along the lea. But now she's got him a scrubbing off the floor, such a sight you never did see. With his pinny on him, I twigged him on his knees, rubbing up the old hearthstone. What with clearing out the ashes and shelling of the peas, it's a wonder he can call his life his own. It's a great big shame, and if she belonged to me, I'd let her know who's who. A nagging at a fellow what is 6'3", and her only 4'2". They hadn't been married not a month or more, when underneath her thumb goes Jim. Isn't it a pity that the likes of her should put upon the likes of him? Should we do it once more, if you can join in, any of it? It's a great big shame, and if she belonged to me, I'd let her know who's who. A nagging at a fellow what is 6'3", and her only 4'2". They hadn't been married not a month or more, when underneath her thumb goes Jim. Isn't it a pity that the likes of her should put upon the likes of him? Isn't it a pity that the likes of her should put upon the likes of him? Thank you.
I will remember Martin Luther King. Damn you who say he didn't change a thing. You should have been there. You should have been there.
When Rosa Parks sat down to make her stand. When Rosa changed the history of her land. You should have
Been there.
You should have
Been there. Oh, how it raised my soul to be there. When men of violence rose to have their say, the Mahatma Gandhi found a peaceful way. You should have been there. You should have been there. Oh, how it raised my soul to be there. Sing aloud, sing aloud, sing aloud and bellow freedom. Sing aloud, sing aloud, sing aloud and bellow freedom. You should have been there. You should have been there. Oh, how it raised my soul to be there.
For 27 years he was confined. No bribe nor threat could change Madiba's mind.
You should have been there. You should have been there. On Robin Isle they hoped his dreams would drown. But he smiled and brought apartheid crashing down. You should have been there. You should have been there. Oh, how it raised my soul to be there. Sing aloud, sing aloud, sing aloud and bellow freedom. Sing aloud, sing aloud, sing aloud and bellow freedom. You should have been there. You should have been there. Oh, how it raised my soul to be there. Who stood before the tanks at Tiananmen? Who'll stand defending freedom once again? We have to be there. I hope you'll be there.
For what are our tomorrows like to be? Our future is to write our history.
What will we see there?
I hope you will
be there. Oh, it would raise my soul if you're there. Sing aloud, sing aloud, sing aloud and bellow freedom. Sing aloud, sing aloud, sing aloud and bellow freedom. You should have been there. You should have been there. Sing aloud, sing aloud, sing aloud and bellow freedom. Sing aloud, sing aloud, sing aloud and bellow freedom. You should have been there. You should have been there. Sing aloud, sing aloud, sing aloud and bellow freedom. Sing aloud, sing aloud, sing aloud and bellow freedom. You should have been there. You should have been there. Oh, how it raised my soul to be there. Oh, how it raised my soul to be there.
Well done, Bromborough.
Well sung, everyone.
Well, when I landed in Vietnam, I hardly got to see Saigon. Captors up and they called a roll, and off we went on a long patrol. Swatting flies, firing the odd shot here and there. Well, the captain called a halt that night, and we had chow by the pale moonlight. Lovely meal they'd planned for us. It tasted like a seat on a crosstown bus. Some of the veterans left theirs lying in the cans for the Viet Cong to find, deadlier than a landmine. Well, naturally somebody told a joke, and a couple of fellas started to smoke. Caught a whiff as a cloud rolled by, and my nose went up like an Enfield fly. There's a captain, he's a young fella from Yale. He looked at me and he said, "What's the matter with you, baby?" Said I may be crazy, but I think not. I'd swear to God that I smell pot. Who'd have pot in Vietnam? He said, "What do you think you've been sitting on?" Funny little plants, thousands of them. Good God Almighty, pastures of plenty. Well, we all lit up, and by the whole platoon was flying high. Beautiful smile on the captain's face. He smelt like midnight in Hamilton Square. He was cleaning his weapon, chanting, "Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna." It's not an our platoon, Sarge. Well, the time came as it comes to war, and I had to answer nature's call. Wandering round in a beautiful haze, I met this little cat in black PJs. He's wearing a rifle, ammo belt, a pair of Woolworth sandals. He looked at me and he said, "Ah, what the matter with you, baby?" Now, me and my pals are camped down to pass, and we smelled you fellas blowing glass. Judging by the smell, it must be trash, so I brought you a taste of a special stash. Right from Uncle Hall's Victory Garden. We call it Hanoi Gold. So his platoon and my platoon settled down, and we passed some lovely stuff around. All too soon it was time to go, and the captain, he got on the radio. He said, "Hello, headquarters. We have met the enemy, and we've all got smashed." Thank you. Glasses, and everyone's gone away. Just me and the empty glasses on a rainy day. Well, everybody asked about you, said you'd been delayed. Yes, everybody asked about you, then they all refrained. I laughed and joked and drank and smoked a little too much, but then I covered well, they couldn't tell. You left in the evening when well, it was too late to phone and cancel, too late to tell a lie, too late to phone and cancel with an easy lie. I know you preferred them to pack up my business file, or maybe a mercenary, an anniversary, surely wait a while. Signed on the line at midnight, leave me a damn good deal. Yes, I signed on the line at midnight, nothing's real. There's just me and the empty glasses, and everyone's gone away. Just me and the empty glasses on a rainy day. Thank you.
So a big warm welcome to a Run for Cover.
This is a song Gallagher and Lyle didn't write. Believe it or not.
Yeah, it's got a tune for a completely different song to lead it in, so...
Although you may have heard it tonight.
You may have heard it tonight, yeah.
Found a carpenter, you were a lady, Would you marry me anyway? Would you have all, baby? If a tinker were my trade, would you still find me carrying a pot I made, following behind me? Save my love through loneliness, save my love through sorrow. I'm giving you my onlyness, come give your tomorrow. If I work my hands in wood, would you still love me? Answer me, babe, with your sorrow. Is you above me? If mellow were my trade, instead of a mill wheel grinding, do you miss your coat blouse, your soft shoes shining? Save my love through loneliness, save my love through sorrow. I'm giving you my onlyness, come give your tomorrow. If I were a carpenter, you were a lady, would you marry me anyway? Would you have all, baby?
There was nothing on the surface to put your finger on. To the casual observer, nothing going on. Everyone immaculately dressed and on their best behavior. But I had inside information, I heard about it all. From the poison in the pantry to the blood on the wall, the switchblade on the sideboard, bullets on the kitchen table. The stalemate, the ultimatum, long negotiations while the dirty deal was reached. And suddenly you realize, since the final compromise led to an uneasy peace, everyone's talking in whispers, minding their business, watching their language, taking no chances, keeping their heads down, avoiding the question, walking on eggshells, walking on eggshells. And after it was over at the scene of the crime, and not a single fingerprint for anyone to find, evidence had vanished and the cracks had all been papered over. A conspiracy of silence descended on the scene, an immaculate cover-up, complete smoke screen. Everybody watch your back, keep a lookout over your shoulder. The ending of a fairy tale, a love that died, a dream that failed, but would never lay to rest. And as for if the truth will out, there has to be some room for doubt, but I wouldn't hold your breath. songs, talking in whispers, minding their business, watching their language, taking no chances, keeping their heads down, avoiding the question, walking on eggshells, walking on eggshells, talking in whispers, minding their business, watching their language, taking no chances, keeping their heads down, avoiding the question, walking on eggshells, walking on eggshells. I bought a new bouzouki for myself the other day. It was beautiful to look at and a joy to play. I took it home and after I'd been playing it a while, decided that the strings were just too high to suit my style. What I needed was a luthier and I knew just the place, so I put my new bouzouki in its new bouzouki case and set off for the bus stop. All of this is true. Picture me with my bouzouki standing in the queue. The bus arrived at 8:05. I sat down at the back. I put my new bouzouki in the forward luggage rack. And I remember thinking how easy it would be to leave it on the bus, leave it on the W3. The W3. I took out my book to read, soon I was engrossed, and the journey to the station took 10 minutes at the most. And chapter 1 was gripping, and the next thing I knew, I was stepping on a tube train starting chapter 2. And pulling into Holborn on the Piccadilly line, something started nagging at the back of my mind. I remembered my bouzouki and it dawned on me. I'd left it on the bus, left it on the W3. Off the train and down the platform, up the stairs and down the escalator, to catch a northbound train to take me back to where I started from. When I got back to Finsbury Park 10 minutes later, there was no bouzouki, the W3 had gone. The lady at the ticket office at the station clearly didn't fully understand the situation. Shrugged and said, I don't know why you're making such a fuss. It can't have been that special if you left it on the bus. I said, is it my fault if I'm a little absent-minded? It's a beautiful bouzouki, you have to help me find it. She said, I've had no bouzouki handed in to me. It must still be on the bus, still be on the W3. And she said, if you're lucky, if you catch my drift, and the driver hands it in at the end of his shift, it'll end up at the depot sometime today. Well, that is, if he doesn't take it home to play. I said, how many drivers are there on duty at any given moment who can play the bouzouki, waiting around for a fool like me to leave one on the bus, leave one on the W3. I described the missing item which she noted on a piece of paper. I told her it was like a balalaika or a giant mandolin. And 57 phone calls, some sleepless nights, and 3 days later, one of the drivers handed my bouzouki in. Now me and my bouzouki, I'm back where we belong, and I still don't know what happened on the 3 days it was gone. And maybe it just travelled unnoticed in between Finsbury Park and White Hart Lane and Tottenham and Wood Green. Or maybe the bouzouki playing driver took it home and didn't like the string height, didn't like the tone. What became of my bouzouki is a mystery. The day I left it on the bus, left it on the W3. The W3. The W3. Winter Hill, the frosty earth beneath my feet is shining, just like silver in the early morning light. The shadows of the fences, the dry stone walls that cross the land, run on away ahead and out of sight. Down below the road cuts through the moorland to the houses of the huddled town, you are sleeping still. And up here in the crystal air, the sunlight holds me spellbound. It's another world up here on Winter Hill. On Winter Hill, on days like this, it's said that you can see 100 miles or more stretch out on every side. A billion years of rocks in motion, ebb and flow of ice and ocean, made the land that lies before me now. A spider's web of towns and cities, motorways and roads and bridges, the legacy of collieries and mills. But up here in the crystal air, the sunlight holds me spellbound. It's another world up here on Winter Hill. Couldn't tell you why I made my way up here alone. I don't know what woke me from my sleep. I didn't even know for certain where the path would lead. But life just finds a way sometimes to give you what you need. On Winter Hill, the skylark breaks the silence, rising overhead, and suddenly I know it's time to go. And I retrace my steps and head downhill across the moorland to the path that takes me back down to the road. Back to where I'll find you waiting, the coffee and the morning paper. Part of me I know will be here still, standing in the sunlight, in the stillness and the silence of a perfect morning up on Winter Hill. Called City Girl. I've lived in this city for 20 years now, I suppose this is where I belong. And I don't really mind, but you know there are times I feel that I've been here too long, and I can't take the pain I just need some space, tired of my place in the world. And the hills and the heaven, the wind and the weather are calling to this city girl. This city girl. There are buses and trains, bicycle lanes, roadworks and taxis and cars, the crowds and the queues, the celebrity news, cafes, the pubs and the bars. When the noise of this town starts getting me down, there's a much sweeter sound to be heard. It's the rivers and fens, the valleys and glens, calling to this city girl. And there's nothing here that comes anywhere near, that can even begin to compete with the miles going by and the wide open sky overhead, earth at your feet. So I'm going away for a couple of days. You can keep all your cities and towns, and I'll trade all of this for a walk on the cliffs, a bridle way over the downs. Tomorrow I'll leave for somewhere I can breathe in the air of a different world. And the woods and the wheels, the forest and fields, the moors and the mountains, the moors and the mountains, the hills and the heaven, the wind and the weather are calling to this city girl, this city girl, this city girl, this city girl. Gotta keep on walking, I gotta get home to you. That's the chorus. I think you can manage that, can't you? Gotta keep on walking, I gotta get home to you. Try it really, really loud. Gotta keep on walking, I gotta get home to you. It's a dark street in the middle of the night. There's a vicious wind blowing everything about a supermarket shopping bag caught up in the branches of a tree. Another mile to go, what's another mile to me? I've been walking nearly half of the night. Trains aren't running, the buses are on strike, the tubes are out of action. What else can a poor girl do? I gotta keep on walking, I gotta get home to you. I'm too scared to hitchhike, don't have a motorbike, and trolley buses went out of style. There's someone in the backseat of every single taxi, another one just went by. I'd have called you, but the telephones are down. I dialed your number, didn't hear a sound. I tried the operator, but the operator couldn't put me through. Gotta keep on walking, I gotta get home to you. You said when you text me you'd willingly collect me, you didn't know where and when. I tried to reply, but my mobile phone died just as I was pressing send. I've been walking nearly half of the night. I put my right before my left foot, left before my right. I would have got here sooner if I didn't have a hole in my shoe. I gotta keep on walking, I gotta get home to you. I don't know Morse code, telegrams are out of vote, internet cafes are closed. I don't have psychic powers, smoke signals not allowed, we're living in a smokeless zone. I've been walking nearly half of the night. The trains aren't running, the buses are on strike. attraction. What else can a poor girl do? Tell me, Bromborough, gotta keep on walking, I gotta get home to you. I can't hear ya. Gotta keep on walking, I gotta get home to you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Gotta keep on walking, I gotta get home to you. Thank you very much.
I cannot listen to your words, the land's too far and wide. Go seek some happy northern girl to be your loving bride. My brothers, they were soldiers, the youngest of the three was slain while fighting at the side of General Fitzhugh Lee. Hurrah, hurrah, for the sunny South I say, 3 cheers for the Southern girl and the boy who wore the gray. My lover was a soldier too, he fought at God's command. A saber pierced his gallant heart, you might have been the man. He reeled and fell but was not dead, a soldier spurred his steed and trampled on his dying brain, you might have done the deed. Hurrah, hurrah, for the sunny South I say, 3 cheers for the Southern girl and the boy who wore the gray. They left his body on the field who the fight that day had won. A soldier spurred him with his heel, you might have been the one. I hold no hatred in my heart, nor cold nor righteous pride. For many's the gallant soldier fought upon the other side. Hurrah, hurrah, for the sunny South I say, 3 cheers for the Southern girl and the boy who wore the gray. But now I cannot take the hand that smote my country sore, nor love the one that trampled down the colors that she wore. Between your heart and mine there rolls a deep and crimson tide. My brother's and my lover's blood forbids me be your bride. Hurrah, hurrah, for the sunny South I say, 3 cheers for the Southern girl and the boy who wore the gray. So merry, so merry, so merry are we, no mortal on earth is as happy as we. Hi-derry, ho-derry, hi-derry down, give a shanty boy grog and there's nothing goes wrong.
A for the axes, which we all know. B for the boys, which use them also. C for the chopping, which then does begin. D for the dangers we often are in. So merry, so merry, so merry are we. No mortal on earth is as happy as we. Hi-derry, ho-derry, hi-derry down. Give a shanty boy grog and there's nothing goes wrong. E for the echoes which through the woods ring. F for the foreman, the head of our gang. G for the grindstone we grind the axe on. H for the handles so smoothly worn. I for the irons we stamp on the pines. J for the jolly boys always on time. K for the keen edge on the axes we keep. L for the lice which on us do creep. So merry, so merry, so merry are we. No mortal on earth is as happy as we. Hi-derry, ho-derry, hi-derry down. Give a shanty boy grog, there's nothing goes wrong. M for the moss that chinks our caps. N for the needle that mends our old pants. O for the owls that hoot through the night. P for the pines we fell in daylight. Q for the quarreling we never allow. R for the rivers, the logs we do plow. S for the sleds, stout, strong. T for the teams that haul them along. So merry, so merry, so merry are we. No mortal on earth is as happy as we. Hi-derry, ho-derry, hi-derry down. Give a shanty boy grog, there's nothing goes wrong. U for the uses we put our teams through. V for the valleys, the logs we haul through. W the woods we leave in the spring. Now I have sung nearly all that I'll sing. X for Christmas when the yarding's all done. Y for yonder, the set of the sun. Z for zero in the cold winter time. Now we have set all these letters to rhyme. So merry, so merry, so merry are we. No mortal on earth is as happy as we. Hi-derry, ho-derry, hi-derry down. Give a shanty boy grog, there's nothing goes wrong. In these inflationary times, some folks got lots of bread. We're still paying through the nose just to keep our family fed. Tried to change our diet and get something cheaper to eat. We're eating lots more chicken now and a whole lot less red meat. It's chicken, chicken, put 'em in a pot. Cook 'em up most anyway, tell you what you got. Chicken in a pot. When you go to the butcher and he gives you the bird, make sure you get the whole thing, 'cause you can use it all, I've heard. You can cook the eggs and gnaw the bones and eat up all of them meat, stuff a pillow with the feathers and make a soup out of the feet. It's chicken, chicken, put 'em in a pot. Cook 'em up most anyway, tell you what you got. Chicken in a pot. So eating all these chickens, I'm sure that it's a sin. It seems their lives have just begun before we do them in. I've been doing a little calculating and I'll tell to you right now, it takes 523 chickens just to make up one old cow. Chicken, chicken, put 'em in a pot. Cook 'em up most anyway, tell you what you got. Chicken in a pot. Well, I've had 'em fried, broiled, braised, curried, baked, and creamed, cordon blued and barbecued. I can see them in my dreams. Croquette, cutlet, amandine, paprikash, and fricassee. It's time to switch to tofu and set your chickens free. It's chicken, chicken, put 'em in a pot. Cook 'em up most anyway, tell you what you got. Chicken in a pot. River driving on the Sackendall, floating on them slippery logs, sleeping in the frozen bog. My girl's waiting for me. Hard-boiled eggs 3 times a day. Wet as beavers, we hit the hay. Not much sleep, but great good pay. My girl's waiting for me. Great. Big French Joe and I went out to break the jam when the logs gave out. Renegade, he gave a shout. My girl's waiting for me. Big French Joe, the logs drowned him, and he had no chance for to fight nor swim. But the logs drove up to the river's brim. My girl's waiting for me. His girl comes to me and cries, if he's dead, then I shall die. Ma petite, he used to sigh. My girl's waiting for me. We will find him down below, around the bend where the water is slow, floating with his pike in tow. My girl's waiting for me. Ma petite will wring her hands as we scrape away at the yellow sand and bury him by the river strand. My girl's waiting for me. One more night and one more day, and the logs will reach the river bay, and I'll skin off these togs and I will say, my girl's waiting for me. Now love, it is a funny, funny thing, captures both young and old. Just like a plate of boarding house hash and minis, the man's been sold. Make you feel like freshwater eel, cause your head to swell. You'll lose your mind, cause love is blind and empty your pockets as well. Boys, I say from the girls, keep away, give them lots of room, for when you're wed, they'll hit you on the head with a bald-headed end of the broom. When a man's in love with a pretty little girl, talk to her gentle as a dove. He'll spend his money and call her honey, and it's all for fun and love. But when his money's all spent and he can't pay the rent, find the old story's true. A mole on the arm's worth 2 on the leg, and what is he gonna afford to do? Boys, I say from the girls, keep away. Give them lots of room, for when you're wed, they'll hit you on the head with a bald-headed end of the broom. With a wife and 16 half-starved kids, you'll find it is no fun when the butcher comes around to collect his bill with a dog and a double-barreled gun. With a cross-eyed baby on each knee and a wife with a plaster on her nose, you'll find true love doesn't run so smooth when you gotta wear second-hand clothes. Boys, I say from the girls, keep away. Give them lots of room, for when you're wed, they'll hit you on the head with a bald-headed end of the broom. When married folks got lots of cash, true love runs smooth and strong. But when they got to live on hash, that love don't last very long. So boys, I say, take my advice, don't be in a hurry to wed. You'll think you're in clover till the honeymoon is over, and then you'll wish you were dead. Boys, I say, from the girls, keep away. Give them lots of room, for when you're wed, they'll hit you on the head with a bald-headed end of the broom. I'm going back to Dixie, I'm going back to Dixie. I'm going where the orange blossoms grow. I hear the children calling, I see the sad tears fall, and my heart turns back to Dixie, and I must go. I'm going back to Dixie, no more I'm gonna wander. Going back to Dixie, I can't stay here no longer. I miss the old plantation, my friends and my relations. My heart turns back to Dixie, and I must go. I'm going back to Dixie, I'm going back to Dixie. I'm going where the orange blossoms grow. I hear the children calling, I see the sad tears falling. My heart turns back to Dixie, and I must go. I worked in the fields of cotton, and I worked upon the river. I used to say if I'd get off, I'd never go back, no, never. But times have changed, the old man, his head is hanging low. My heart turns back to Dixie, and I must go. I'm going back to Dixie, I'm going back to Dixie. I'm going where the orange blossoms grow. I hear the children calling, I see the sad tears falling. My heart turns back to Dixie, and I must go. I miss my hog and hominy, my pumpkin and red gravy. My appetite is fading, says old Uncle Davy. And if my friends forsake me, I pray the Lord to take me. My heart turns back to Dixie, and I must go. I'm going back to Dixie, I'm going back to Dixie. I'm going where the orange blossoms grow. I hear the children calling, I see the sad tears falling. My heart turns back to Dixie, and I must go.
Right, folks, thank you very much for all the singers and all the audience for coming along here and supporting us. Really appreciate it. Have a good night, good Wednesday. Thank you very much for supporting us, and if you want to put your glasses on the table at the back over there somewhere, that would be a good help. And just take it easy. Thank you very much, and good night. Thank you. Thank you lot for coming out tonight. Hopefully next week we'll see it again. You know, this is you don't realise how magnificent these nights are. It's absolutely superb, and you lot and these all deserve a clap from me. So just shut up. That's the best you're getting. Thank you very much tonight for coming out tonight and let me enjoy myself. Take it easy and go home, and good night. Thank you, everybody.
For all the money that's ever I've had, I have spent it in good company, and all the harm that's ever I've done, alas, it was to none but me. All I've done for want of wit to memory now I can't recall. So confilled to me a parting glass, and good night and joy be with you all. Of all the comrades that ever I've had, they are sorry for my going away, and all the sweethearts that ever I've had, they would wish me one more day to stay. And since it falls onto my lot, yet I must rise and read me loud. I gently rise and it softly call. Good night and joy be with you all. If I had money enough to spend, leisure time to sit a while, there is a fair maid in this town. Surely has my heart begun. Rosy cheeks and her ruby lips, my heart she has, my heart enthralled, and so confilled to me a parting glass, and good night and joy be with you all. A good night and joy be with you all.
Thank you.